Welcome everyone to the start of year 4 in the Minnesota Wild GM mode, and don't mind the 5-1 record. That was just the preseason. We are here to start the regular season now, and we made a few changes in the off-season. I made some while recording. You guys saw in the off-season videos, but I also made some changes right after I was done. So it's been a few days since I've done that, so I was taking a break from recording anything. So now I'm back, and I get to show you guys the deals that we did. Well, I did, by myself. But first off, I want to check the goalie rotation and shit like that. Make sure I got that all set. Injuries are off, that's good. Assistant coach rotates goalie. I'm going to do that and turn it back on. Even though it was already on, I'd like to make sure. So, what do I got to do? Oh, yeah. Show you guys our new team. It's pretty great. Where is it again? Where do I go? Coaching options, edit lines. Yeah, here we go. So, actually, you know what? I'm just going to go to the contract screen. Where is that? We got a few new players. You guys will probably notice them right away. First off, I'd like to start with, look who we got. We got Danny Cristo back, man. Our Pittsburgh GM mode guy. Danny Cristo won the Conn Smythe for us in Penguins GM mode. We acquired him from the New York Rangers, as well as... where is he? Chris Kreider. We got him back from the Penguins GM mode. He's only an 84. He was an 86 in Penguins, but he has room to grow. So we acquired Cristo and Kreider. So many Ks and Qs. Acquired Chris Kreider and Danny Cristo. We acquired Cristo and Kreider from the Rangers in exchange for Molson. Matt Molson, he was getting paid quite a bit. And Strawman. And a third-round pick in 2017 and a first-round pick in 2020. So that's what we gave up to get Cristo and Kreider. Molson was getting paid a lot compared to these guys. Kreider's only getting paid 3.4. I think Molson was getting paid 5.5. And Cristo's 3.9. So it's pretty good deals for... I think Cristo is, 3 more years. And Kreider, I do believe, had 3 more years maybe. I don't remember. Kreider had 2 more years, so yeah, good deal for us there. We traded Brandon Sutter, like you guys said, and we got back Jimmy Hayes right here, a third-line power forward, 84 overall. His trade value was really low, Jimmy Hayes was, but Brandon Sutter's was no better. It was pretty low as well, so actually I'm surprised they accepted this deal because Jimmy Hayes had a little bit more of trade value, and we just gave them Sutter straight up, so they must have really needed him. So we got this nice defensive player who can hopefully get us a few points. He didn't even score a goal last year, but now he's playing on third line. Hopefully something will get done. He's got 3 years left, 1.87. That's a pretty good deal. So we gave up Brandon Sutter for him. And then we acquired, where is he? This guy, Philip McRae, fourth line. I was about to say third line center. Fourth line center. From the Vancouver Canucks for Jay McClement. Jay McClement was said to be a third-line forward, so we got rid of him in exchange for this fourth-line forward who still has 1 more year to grow. He's got a good defensive category, physical, and his shooting's actually not that bad, so we picked him up for very low price. So our lowest overall player on the team is going to be Dale Weiss at 78 overall, so we should be good now. Made no changes defensively or net. Yep. No changes there. So that's all I have done. Yep, that's it. So we brought a few Penguins players back. And you guys saw in the last episode, we got JT Miller, a good third-line forward. 2 years left at $2 million pretty much. So, yeah, there we go. That's all we did. So, time to take a look at our lines before we begin. So we're going with Parise, Koivu, and Pominville, then Cristo, Granlund, and Kreider, Bowman, Miller, and Hayes, and Weiss, McRae, Zucker. And this is the first GM mode they've actually done where the players that are on the lines are actually supposed to be there. So these 3 are pegged as first-liners, these 3 are pegged as second-liners, these 3 are seen as third-liners, third-line scorers or checkers, and these guys are seen as fourth-liners. Same with the defense. These guys are seen as top 4. These guys are seen as top 6, and these guys are seen as top 2. So, for once, we're actually building a team that players are playing where they should be instead of higher or lower or whatever. So, there's our power play unit. It's pretty good. We had a pretty good preseason on the power play. I saw we were like 35%, but then again, it's the preseason. Penalty kill. We got the best defensive players on there, of course. And we're 5 minutes in, so we might as well begin the recording. Might as well begin the season. That's what I wanted to say. We cleared waivers and everything. We are scouting WHL defensemen this year, so we should be good to start as soon as I grab a drink. Alright, so let's do this. Year 4. Where should we go to? Let's go to... let's go right here to 24th of November. See how far we can get. So we start off with a big 5-2 win. Spurgeon had 2 goals in the back end. Oh, look at that. Christo with 2 assists as well. He's going to be a leader for this team, boys. I could feel it. Coming off our Stanley Cup win last year, and only year 3, looking for the repeat, or looking to go far at least. Good start to the season, 0-3 or 3-0. I was supposed to say 0-3. Ooh, big loss there to Colorado. Wow. But I guess we can take the time to talk about trade deadline, or not the trade deadline, the free agent frenzy that occurred yesterday. It's July 2nd today. So what happened there? A lot of moves happened. I want to really take time to talk about, I'm not going to talk about the big deals that really happened. I'm going to talk about just the Pittsburgh Penguins, because that's what I know the most about, because that is my team. So we can talk about them in just a second as soon as I go for these guys, defensemen. Yep. Alright, so 4-2. That's a good start, I guess. We'll go right back to November 24th. Alright, so I'll talk mainly about Pittsburgh. I'm not going to talk about everything else that happened. I mean, what's the point? I don't really care. It's not my team. But anyway, Pittsburgh lost Matt Niskanen and Brooks Orpik to the Washington Capitals. But you know what? They actually didn't sign with them. Because, like the Sidney Crosby ego said on Twitter, they're just going behind enemy lines to scope out the Capitals. So I believe that's true. They're scoping out the team. They're not actually signed with them. They're signed for $1 million each on Pittsburgh. They're staying. But I'm just kidding, of course. So yeah, those 2 guys kind of are traitors in a sense. They just kind of left to the opposing team that no one likes. Well, no Penguins fan likes. And what else can I say? Neal's gone for Hornquist and Spalling. I actually like that deal. I like Neal, but at the same time, he's very undisciplined, and he can score 40 goals. People say, like, oh, you should have never traded him. He's a 40-goal scorer. But he was playing with Evgeny Malkin. I mean, come on. Like, that's a boost. And, yeah, so back to Niskanen and Orpik. They're gone. So when you look at Pittsburgh's defensive core, it's Martin and Letang, Mata, Scuderi, who I hate. I hate Scuderi. And then, like, Dupre and Bortuzzo. So it's pretty weak now compared to what it used to be. So it was a lot stronger with Niskanen, especially. Not Orpik as much, but Niskanen definitely, it was stronger. So it kind of sucks to see him go, oh no, I forgot about, what's his name? Bortuzzo won't be in the lineup. No, Bortuzzo or Dupre, I don't know. I forgot about Christian Ehrhoff. We signed him yesterday, so that's a good boost, I guess. I was forgetting about Paul Martin yesterday. Now I'm forgetting about Christian Ehrhoff. So yeah, Paul Martin, that's a good player to have us keep as well. I forgot about him. And Christian Ehrhoff, that's a big player too. That was a steal, only $4 million for 1 year. It's pretty good. So Pittsburgh's actually not as bad as I thought. But yeah, could have been worse. Could have lost Crosby, but that'll never happen. So 11, 4, and 3. I guess it's a pretty good start. 11 and 7. So let's go a couple more games then. Let's go to right here. And then we'll probably just look at the stats and shit and go from there. So let's continue with the Pittsburgh Penguins. What was I saying? Is there anything really to talk about? Marcel Gottsch took a pay cut to stay on the team. It's pretty good. Joe Vitale, my boy. Joe Vitale, he left. I mean, Derek England left too. Derek England's getting paid $2.9 million for 3 years, like per season. I was like, what the hell? Derek England? Oh, he's rolling in the cash now. Oh man. Good for him though. Good for him. So yeah. So what did Pittsburgh need? So first line would be Kunitz, Crosby, Dupuis, Malkin, Hornquist, and someone, because they lost UC Jokinen. I forgot about him. Third line would be Sutter, Spalling, And who else? Would it be Bennett, or would we put... I don't remember who we put there. Maybe Bennett for now. We'll just keep thinking about it. Bennett. And then it would be fourth line Adams, Gotch, and Gibbons. I feel like I'm missing someone. I really do. I feel like someone's missing. If you guys can think of it, just comment below, because I feel like I'm missing something. So they really need another second line player, because there's no way Bennett can play in the second line. I don't believe he can. Or Sutter. No, he's the third line center, and Spalding needs to stay on that third line. I mean, Hornquist, I think he can get 30, 35 goals playing with Malkin. But Dupuis going to be back as a big bonus. And then I think it's going to be Letang and Martin, Mata, and Ehrhoff. And then either Bortuzzo or Dupre, and Scuderi, who you guys know I hate. Scuderi, I think they should have used their buyout on, to be honest. That was just my opinion. I didn't really like him. I thought that was one of Ray Shiro's worst signings. But, you know, shit happens. We'll have to see if they can get another second line forward in the offseason here. They got Blake Como. He'll probably play... I suppose he'll play on the fourth line. They got a lot of players that could play on the fourth line now. I think Pittsburgh really added some depth this year, like in this offseason, so far at least. So I know they got rid of Neal, but still, I think it was worth it because we need the depth. And then in goal, Fleury's got one more year in his contract, and I swear to God, if he doesn't do well, there he's gone. He's gone. Oh, Thomas Greiss, we got him too. Thomas Greiss, what a beauty on that new backup goalie. He's so much better than Zakov. And you know what? Greiss might even step in, and he could probably play better than Fleury. I think he's a solid netminder. I've watched him play a bit. When I watch Western Conference games, it's normally like San Jose, LA, Anaheim, like the big teams like that. Same with like Chicago and LA. So, yeah. But did I say LA? I think I did. But Chicago, yeah, those type of teams, like you know. So I've watched Thomas Greiss play quite a bit against those teams, and he's done very well. Like while he was on Arizona, he was playing against San Jose, LA, Chicago, Anaheim, the big teams, and he was doing well. So I'm looking forward to him. So 28 games in, we are 19-5-4, first in the NHL by 1 point. Buffalo, oh yeah, okay, they got one more overtime loss. They didn't notice the wins. I was like, how do they not have the same amount of points? Or how they have the same amount of games played, but one more overtime loss. I noticed the win column's different. So, yeah, we are in first, Buffalo second, Islanders, San Jose, Detroit, Washington. Pittsburgh's down there 29th, 10-17-2. That's not very good. Anaheim's 9-18-1. Holy shit. Good teams down at the bottom, man. Anyway, goals for 90 is 99th the most, but we have 90. That's pretty good. Goals against, we've led the second least goals against. We've scored the third most, so that's pretty good. Power play goals, where's our power play percentage? It's 18th in the NHL, so we might have to change that up. We'll keep it for now, though. I mean, Minnesota, they like to score the great goals, the 5-on-5 goals, so not much of a power play team. Penalty kill, though, that's 9th. That's pretty good. And you could say, oh, it's only 84%, but when you think about it, we're only like 1% off of being number 4, so it's not that big of a deal. Our home record is, where are we? 7-3-2, and our away record is 12-2-2, so we're better on the road, and we've played more on the road. 8-1-1 our last 10. Player stats, here we go. Who's getting the points for us? Who's getting the points? Someone getting the points? It's probably Parise. Alright, so who's getting the points? Parise, 28-28. Koivu, 27-28. Got 13 goals in there, too, as a playmaker. That's pretty good. Palmanville, 22. Christo, 22, including 13 goals. Granlund, 20. He's having a breakout year. Miller, 20 on the third line. And, oh, yeah, he's getting power play time as well, right. So what a beauty. Great third line center to have there. He'll definitely be a second line forward soon. I don't know where he'll play, though. Spurgeon, 15. Blum, 15. Or 13. Most for defensemen, they get power play time, and they're offensive defensemen, keep in mind. Kreider, 12. Shattenkirk, 11. Brodin, 9. Sutter, 8. Suter. 58 penalty minutes. Wow, he's a lot. What's his discipline? 82. I suppose it's because he's a defensive defenseman. Weiss, 7. Martinez 7, Zucker 7, Hayes only 6, Bowman only 4 on that third line. That's pretty bad. So it's really just Miller getting all the points. Most PIMs by far, Ryan Suter. Best plus minus, plus 14. Plus 1 is the second best, or the worst. Sorry. So at least we got everyone as a plus player. Goaltending wise, 23 games for Schneider, 1.94 goals against, 15-5-1. So 15-5-1-2. 923 save percentage, pretty much. Same for Harding, who is 4-0-1, so he's doing well as well. And 3 shutouts for Schneider. And yeah. Cool. All right, so I guess that's all the stats we need to check. So we will continue the simulation in the next episode. I guess that's all I can really check. I guess we can go to progress report, see what's going on there, and then we'll be done. Nope, GM. It's GM. Come on, go back. There we go. GM options. Progress reports. These are probably all from last year. Yeah, I think they are. They're definitely all from last year. Yep, these are from last year. Okay. So, anyway, I will see you guys in the next episode when we continue simulating. We're having a great start so far, 19-5-4. So, see you then.